In a revealing interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Alex Cooper, the mastermind behind the wildly successful podcast Call Her Daddy, opened up about one of her worst experiences in the industry, an interview so painfully dull that it never made it to the public. Known for her sharp wit, unfiltered conversations, and magnetic personality, Cooper has become a major figure in the podcasting world, building a loyal following with her frank discussions about relationships, pop culture, and the intimate lives of celebrities. Yet, even in the glittering world of high-profile guests, not every interview can be a home run, and for Cooper, this particular encounter with an unnamed male actor was a rare failure that left a lasting impression for all the wrong reasons. While Cooper didn't disclose the actor's identity, presumably out of professional courtesy, she described the interview as one of her least favorite moments in her career. The podcast host, now 30, reflected on the experience in the interview, saying, "Least favorite is one that never aired, and I can't say their name." The actor in question was, by Cooper's account, completely disengaged, offering no energy, emotion, or interest during their conversation. His lack of enthusiasm became glaringly apparent almost immediately, as he sat through the interview with a detachment that made the entire interaction feel forced and unnatural. Cooper went on to explain that it was clear from the beginning that the actor was simply going through the motions of a typical press run. It was a male actor who just was giving nothing, she recalled. "You could tell he was on a press run," Cooper added, suggesting that the actor's appearance on her podcast was likely arranged by his PR team as part of a larger promotional effort for a project he was working on. Unfortunately, the lack of genuine interest on his part made the interview unbearable to sit through. Cooper is known for her ability to dig deep and elicit candid, sometimes controversial responses from her guests, but in this case, even her best efforts were met with indifference. The interview was so painful that Cooper eventually broke the fourth wall, so to speak, and confronted the actor about his disinterest. In a moment of raw honesty, she said, "Bro, you don't want to be here. You aren't answering any of these questions. Someone put you in this chair you didn't even know." It was a rare instance where the host had to acknowledge what both she and her guest already knew, that the conversation simply wasn't working. This candid exchange between Cooper and the actor may have salvaged some dignity from the situation, but it didn't change the fact that the interview was a lost cause. After coming to terms with the awkwardness of the interview, Cooper and her guest made a mutual decision to pull the episode altogether. "Let's not air this." They both agreed, understanding that putting out such a lackluster conversation would do more harm than good for both the actor's reputation and Cooper's podcast. Cooper was adamant that the episode should remain unaired, not wanting to expose her guest to the inevitable criticism from her devoted fanbase. "I didn't want my listeners to come at him for not giving anything," she explained, acknowledging that her listeners would have likely been disappointed by the actor's lack of engagement and might have directed their frustration at him. While this incident stands out as a low point in Cooper's otherwise stellar podcasting career, it also underscores her commitment to quality content and her refusal to air anything that doesn't meet her high standards. Even though the interview never aired, it serves as a reminder that not every conversation will be a hit, no matter how big the star sitting across from her. Of course, Cooper's career has had far more highs than lows, and when asked about her favorite guests, she was quick to share stories of the incredible conversations she's had with a wide array of celebrities. Though she hesitated to single out just one guest, Cooper fondly recalled her interview with Miley Cyrus as a major turning point for Call Her Daddy. Cyrus, the global pop icon and former Disney star, was the first major celebrity to appear on the podcast, and her willingness to speak openly about her personal life, including her relationship with her ex-husband Liam Hemsworth, helped elevate the show's profile. "I hadn't had that gravity of a celebrity on, and she was incredible," Cooper said, reflecting on the significance of the episode. In the 2020 interview, Cyrus didn't hold back, offering candid insights into her marriage to Hemsworth, including a revealing moment when she shared that she lost her virginity to him at the age of 16. For Cooper, this level of vulnerability from a star of Cyrus's caliber was groundbreaking. The interview demonstrated the power of Call Her Daddy to not only entertain but also provide a platform for intimate, personal stories from some of the world's most famous faces. Miley Cyrus wasn't the only guest to leave a lasting impression on Cooper. When asked about other standout moments, she spoke with reverence about her conversation with Jane Fonda, the legendary actress and activist. Having Fonda on the show was a career highlight for Cooper, who described the experience as surreal. "I was elated that this woman who is such an icon was giving me the time of day," Cooper said. Fonda's willingness to engage in thoughtful dialogue with a younger audience was deeply meaningful to Cooper, who has long admired the actress for her work both on screen and as an activist. Cooper's list of favorite guests doesn't stop there. She also highlighted pop superstar Christina Aguilera, whose larger-than-life presence made for a riveting interview, as well as Keke Palmer, an actress known for her dynamic personality and authenticity. Palmer's natural charisma and energy made her a perfect fit for the podcast, and the conversation flowed effortlessly, leaving a strong impression on Cooper. And then there was RuPaul, the iconic drag queen and television host, whose appearance on Call Her Daddy was a moment Cooper had long anticipated. RuPaul. I was unwell, she admitted, still buzzing from the excitement of having such a major cultural figure on her show. One of the most personal and meaningful connections Cooper has made through her podcast, however, is with comedian Chelsea Handler. Long before Handler appeared on Call Her Daddy, Cooper had looked up to her as a source of inspiration, admiring her boldness, comedic talent, and fearlessness in tackling taboo subjects. When Handler finally guested on the show, the interview exceeded all of Cooper's expectations, and the two quickly formed a close friendship. Chelsea Handler's someone that I've looked up to for so long, and now I'm friends with her, Cooper said, clearly still amazed by how far she's come in her career. As Cooper continues to dominate the podcasting world, her ability to connect with guests and get them to open up in ways they haven't elsewhere remains one of her greatest strengths. Despite the occasional misstep, like the ill-fated interview with the unnamed actor, Cooper's track record of unforgettable conversations with stars like Miley Cyrus, Jane Fonda, and Christina Aguilera has cemented Call Her Daddy as one of the most influential and widely listened to podcasts of the modern era. With each new episode, Cooper proves that she has what it takes to keep listeners coming back for more, no matter who's sitting across the mic.